Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and I'm getting some crackles and some smackles there. That's all we need. Daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. So glad that you are here with me in the world famous Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. The suggestion that Kenny says, I feel like a Zenith bash is coming. I feel that too. And it's a spectacular moment when this piece of equipment decides that it wants to rebel on me. And it happens at random moments. Sometimes we go a long period of time and it doesn't do it. If it happens, it happens. I'll be happy to put my hand through that thing. Trouble started when I had it at a spot where it was accessible if I moved my leg a certain way, and I like adjusted in my chair and accidentally like kicked the hell out of the thing. I'm pretty sure I damaged it. I think at the time it was like 1 day old. Tyler starting trouble with pretend the Zenith is your favorite Zaniac Exodus member. Look, I've moved on. Okay? I've said it before. Fart in the wind. Over. Moving on. So glad that you're here. Got a lot of stuff to get to. I heard from my pal Saul the other day. Blind Saul. Saul reached out to me not long ago, and he said, "Hey, Eric, can I have your cell phone number?" And I'm like, "Yes, actually you can." He said, I just got a smartphone for the first time ever, and I want to practice my texting. Whatever. I go, well, of course, Saul. Truth be told, he just wanted, to be able to talk to his old pal Eric Zane. That was a made-up story. He just loves me so much, and I love him. Him and his little furry butt. Because I was like, well, just if you really want to practice, do you have to send it? Can't you just practice on the keyboard? Whatever. I'm quibbling over the details, but all right. Yeah, sure, Saul. Text me anytime. Then the other day he called. I picked it up. Saul, how are you? And I'm not going to give the details about what he talked about because it's sensitive. I want to respect that, and I don't know if he's comfortable in me talking about it. But he said, you got a minute? Of course. Of course I have a minute. That turned into several minutes as I started to get the Kenny treatment from him. If I ever speak with you on the phone, can you keep the brevity in mind? Anyone. If I ever speak with any of you, either on the phone or in person, 60 seconds and under. Otherwise, I'm crawling out of my skin. It doesn't work for me. Now, if I move to another person, have another conversation, and then come back to you, okay. I will say that I did have a very interesting conversation with Kenny yesterday. I don't think I am at liberty to say what's going on. But in the very near future, Kenny may be having sex again. That's all I'll say. With another human. If he's lucky. All right. The question, will there be a new Mrs. Kenny in the near future? You know what? Let's not put the cart before the horse. Megan says, pretend you're ADHD Megan. Verbal diarrhea, everything, and hang up. It's a messy phone call, but it gets the job done. You're my favorite person to talk to. Are you kidding me? Just boom. She rips right through it. I'm like, gotcha. Uh-huh. Check. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Got it. Out. Then she's gone. I'll be seeing Megan likely today to go get my truck. Now, this truck is a disaster. There's a lot of other issues with it that when they sent me the thing to get the brakes repaired after the brake lines exploded. You know, they do a thorough check over the entire vehicle, and then they send you, okay, these are also things that require attention. And I was like, decline. Oil leak, transmission leak. I'm like, oh, fuck. God. I don't know if I can hang on to this truck for that much longer. You know? I mean, seriously. What's the point? It's 20 years old. But, it's just something that I don't know. For some reason, I'm just having a difficult time getting rid of that thing. Tyler writes, this is why texting is superior to talking. I can reply at my leisure, and I don't have to stop everything to hear someone rattle on for eternity. You're right. I should actually put in a thing in place. No conversations. None. Only text. All right. Some of you are getting the show on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. You need to know that this isn't going to last. I'm going to kick you guys to the curb. The point is, I'm trying to get you to sign up for Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. If you sign up for that and you watch the show there, it's just better. Okay? So do that, and then you won't be interrupted. Last night, getting set for bedtime, and as I've indicated recently, I've been having some difficulty falling asleep since May. The end of May, early June. I have been. There's been all sorts of things going on off of the podcast that have been affecting my sleep, and I'm starting now to get some clean air and get away from them, and that has to do with all of the drama that I've been involved in. And I've kind of been working very hard to get away from that entirely and not be involved in any of that. And so I'm hoping that the sleep will come, because when I'm bombarded with things, I'm kind of a nervous mess and can't sleep. And so I've had it. Now, I like to take my, antidepressant when I go to bed, which tends to make me a little sleepy. And then I also take melatonin. But nothing seems to work, because I lay there and I'm just wide awake at 1 a.m. Can't go to sleep. So last night I'm getting ready to lay down, and like I said, things have been kind of planing out. Less of these ridiculous interactions are happening, thank God. And I grabbed the bottle of melatonin. It's empty. I go, fuck. I need my sleep aid. Madison, you're a neurological mess. Do you have any melatonin? Yes. Excellent. She goes, but it's 10 milligrams. I go, I look at the bottle. I'm on 5 milligrams. This is a natural over-the-counter supplement. She gets me hers. She goes, if you have screwed up dreams, don't blame me. Famous last words. I don't recall what I dreamt about. I do remember a monkey with a heart on. And I think a car chase was another one. But all I know is I kept waking up in the middle of the night, freaked out. This must have happened 5 times. So I would fall asleep. I did fall asleep, and it was different than the other sleep that I'd been, lack thereof. So that was good. But she's right. It was absolutely bizarre. An overabundance of ridiculous dreams that were so real, kind of, that I would wake up freaked out. I actually said to my wife, I go, I woke her up and I go, I had a bad, I was like a child. If you have kids and when they're little, they have a bad dream, they come with them and they wake you up in the middle of the night, I have a bad dream, you freak out. Like, Jesus, that was me. I woke up and I was so frightened that I started to rubber back, and then she rolls, she goes, what? I go, I fucking had a terrible dream. She goes, oh, okay. Are you okay? Yeah. It's just terrible. It was a monkey with a heart on. She laughed. And there was a car chase involved. Oh, okay. Monkey, heart on, car chase. Okay. Gotcha. She rolls over, goes back to bed. I go back to bed. Back to more terrible dreams. It's fucking weird, man. Yesterday part of the day, I went over to the world-famous radio station, iHeart, and the radio company, the hustling and bustling hallways of iHeart. 3 floors worth of office space. I saw 4 people. 4 people. 3 floors, 4 people. Why are you going to the radio station? Well, Bill Simonson, huge from the Huge Show, reaches out to me and says, hey, I need you to fill in for Brett Superfly Hayes. When? Coming up next week. So, starting Monday. I go, all right, well, if I'm going to fill in for him, basically you're just going to yell at me, right? No, you gotta be my co-host. I go, well, that's not filling in for Brett. Brett's not your co-host. Brett does all sorts of behind-the-scenes shit that I'm not capable of doing. I don't know what to tell you. I can't do it. No, I want you in there. I go, okay, any cash? $75 a day. I go, all right, sold. I don't give a shit. I'll do it for $75 a day. Get in there at 3, leave at 6. What am I doing? So I guess I'm just sitting there. Brett gave me a whole bunch of shit that I got to do to get his show on the air. It's like, so wait a minute here. Let me get this straight. You're putting me in charge of getting there before he gets there, setting up the controls, calling the satellite company, making sure that the signal is going there. All of this shit I have to do to get his show on the air. Yeah. I go, well, you guys are fucked. So Brett Hayes, Lurch, he's set to take a vacation. And the guy who was going to do this gig at the last minute said, I can't do it. So Brett was freaking out because if he can't get somebody to fill in, he can't go on a vacation. And the dude's been just grinding. And I see him yesterday, and he's got this look on his face of someone who's just been through the ringer. Just burnt out, crisp, like I was a month and a half ago. And I'm like, oh, you are fried. Oh, yeah, this is a good thing. You owe me. I am actually saving your life by being here. You got a 1,000-yard stare. You look like you're getting ready to throw yourself out of a window. Yeah, man, I'm just fried. Fuck it. Don't worry about it. I got you. Off he goes. So that's going to be next week. I'm going to do this show like I normally do. And then some point in the early afternoon, get my ass over to the beautiful radio station in downtown Grand Rapids. And, do that afternoon show with fucking Bill. Now, Bill pointed out that this has never, ever happened before. We have never, ever, I should probably bring him in here. No guarantee I get him. You know how I am with the surprise Eric Zane Show podcast phone calls. They're hit or miss, you know? Lately, I've been, all right. It's been terrible lately. I haven't been able to get anybody on.
Hello?
Hey, you're live.
Hey, I'm picking up my kids. I can't talk right now.
Damn it. Okay, when should I call?
Give me about, I got to go back and forth with him on picking up probably 10 o'clock.
Oh, shit. All right, never mind. I'll call you later.
Call me tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Until he just got up. Oh. All right. I guess one of his kids is like a stud athlete. I gave Bill a bunch of shit before we became friends and was mean to him because of the names of his kids, which, oh, God, I regret that. But he gave his kids really unique names. And I think it's working out, though, because maybe it was part of some grand plan because the kid's name is Legend, and the kid is an absolute beast on the football field. And if you think about it, that improves your marketability if you're a stud football player with a name that is kind of cool. Like if he's like the star quarterback or a top-notch defensive end with the name of Legend, that adds to the legend. So that kid is, I guess, an absolute beast football player. And back in the day, that was part of my game plan. Attack Bill over the names of his kids, and I got the shit kicked out of me over that one. I don't dare do that again, or he'll just beat the fuck out of me. Brandis, current favorite listener, she writes, we went with Phoenix. Named... That sounds like a name that a tree hugger would give a child. And spell it Phenyx. Phoenix. Or is it Phoenix? You got to clarify because I guess I don't know. It could be Phoenix, which sounds a little bit like penis, which is spelled the same as penis. So essentially, you named your child Penis. Can you please clarify that for me, Tree Hugger Brandis? Corey has a comment that was held by the Automod. It says, my wife's a teacher, and she has an Odin in her class, and it's a white trash family. I will allow that. Odin's pretty cool, though. I think Odin is the name of Thor's dad, right? The guy with the doesn't he have one eye? Brandis does indicate that the child's name actually is Phoenix. Also, Phoenix was my rainbow baby. I didn't know that was a term, which is a baby after a miscarriage, I guess. So does it make sense now? It does. I like it. Kind of. I mean, that insinuates, well, and I'll just leave it there. There's no sense in me trying to make jokes about a miscarriage. In my opinion, that's a losing battle, and I can't be losing any more battles if I start making yucks about a horrible scenario. And that's the first I've heard about rainbow baby. That means that I have a rainbow baby because Diana miscarried. And so Madison is the rainbow baby. That's the first that I've ever heard of that. All right. Thank you again. If you're enjoying the show live, every day I do this show live at the same time. The audio becomes the downloadable audio podcast. Pretty much no edits to that. I just post it. It's just like, whatever. No need to, frankly. Unless there's some major catastrophe. About the only thing I'll edit out is when I take a pee-pee break. And I don't even know if I'm going to need to take that today. My kidneys feel good. All right. So thanks to the folks that are watching on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I appreciate you at least checking out the show. If you want more, you have to go on over to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. And as always, download the audio podcast wherever you download podcasts. So I say goodbye to you.